Hey everybody, this is Packet Tracer 3.4.1.2 Skills Integration Challenge. In this activity, I will be configuring the switch number 3, which is the only switch left to configure, as you can see here in the diagram. So we'll be assigning the IP addressing to the switch virtual interface, configuring VLANs, assigning VLANs to interfaces, configuring trunking, and performing basic switch security. So let me just set up the screen. So let's go ahead and go into switch 3 CLI. Just make this bigger. So first thing, we're gonna set up the default gateway. So let's hit IP default. Default gateway. So we are doing switch 3. If we look at it over here, it's default gateway 172.31.88.1. Set enter. Next, let's configure interface VLAN 88. Let's give it an IP address, which is 172.31.88.4 with the subnet mask of 255.255.255.0. Make sure I got that right. Okay, now let's exit. So we have done the IP addressing and default gateway configuration. Now we will create, name, and assign VLANs according to the VLANs and port assignment table. This is the VLANs port assignment table. So we'll be creating VLAN 10, 20, 30, 88, and 99 and giving it this names. So let's do that first. It's VLAN 10. VLAN 10 name cells. Okay, once we are done creating the VLANs numbers and their names, we'll assign the interfaces to each VLAN. So let's start with interface F07 through 12. Interface range, it's the actual command. Interface range. There you go. Now we will do a switch port. We'll put it on mode. Which mode? Access. Switch port. It will access VLAN 10. Interface range 13 through 20. And this interface will access VLAN 20. One through 6. And 1 through 6 will access VLAN 30. So now we do create name and assign VLANs according to port table. Assign the native VLAN 99 to the trunk port and disable DTP. So let's go look at our diagram, and interface G0/2 will be our trunk, and we will be doing that next. So let's go ahead and get into interface G0/2, and we have to trunk that. So let's go ahead and do switch port mode. What mode? Trunk. We're doing trunk, so switch port mode trunk. And now we will assign it to VLAN 99. So let's do a switch port trunk native VLAN 99 and disable DTP. So switch port no negotiate. All right, so now just restrict the trunk to only allow VLANs 10, 20, 30, 88, and 99. So those are the only VLANs that will be allowed on the trunking. So let's do a switch port. Try to remember. Switch port trunk allowed. VLAN 10, 20, 30, 88, and 99. All right, so now use VLAN use VLAN 99 as a native VLAN. All right, so now let's do configure basic switch security on switch 3. So we'll be um, typing in a secret password for which will be it's a secret. Line console 0, password will be let me in. Line VTY 015, password will be Cisco. We will encrypt all plain text passwords, set up a MOTD banner with a message saying authorized access only, and disable all unused ports. So let's start off by typing it's a secret password, enable secret, it's a secret. Let's log into line console 0. password let me in. Let's log into line VTY. Password Cisco. Encrypt plain text passwords. So let's do a service password encryption, which will encrypt all of the passwords. Okay. Now let's do a banner of the day. All right, let's see. The banner will say authorized access only. All right, so banner of the day is done. Now let's disable all unused ports. So to look at what ports I am not using, we'll go back to the diagram and you can see we're using interface 6, 18, 11. 6, 18, 11. So we'll just shut down the rest of them. We'll do an interface range. So 1 through 5. And then we'll do 7 through 10. And then we'll do 12 through 17. And 19 through 24. Okay. Now let's do a shutdown. After you do the shutdown command, you can see all the interfaces that have been administratively down. 1 through 5, 7 through 10, 12 through 17, and 19 through 24. Let's go back to our... So now we will be configuring port security on interface 6. So to do a port security, let's log into port security, switch port, port security. Only 2 unique devices are allowed to access the port. So let's do switch port security. Maximum 2. Learned max are added to the running configuration. Let's do a switch port security. MAC address sticky. Secure the interface so that the notification is sent when there is a violation, but the port is not disabled. So switch port security, violation, restrict. Okay, so we have uh, we have configured switch 3 with a default gateway of 172.31.88.1. We gave it an IP address and a subnet mask. We created VLANs 1020308899 with this name: sales, production, marketing, management, native. Assigned the ports to each VLAN. We then restricted the trunk to only access VLANs 1020308899. The native VLAN was VLAN 99. We configured basic switch security, put in these passwords, encrypted them. Uh, Banner message of the day was authorized access only. Disabled unused ports. Uh, Configured port security on interface 6. Completion time or completion percentage 100 out of 100.